Welcome, traveler. Welcome to a journey that will challenge everything your senses tell you about the nature of reality. What you perceive as solid, as still, as permanent, is an illusion. A beautiful, necessary illusion for navigating the world, but an illusion nonetheless. I invite you now to close your eyes, just for a moment. Let the world you think you know dissolve. The room around you, the chair or bed you feel beneath you, the very solidity of your own body. Allow these concepts to soften at the edges, to become less fixed, less absolute. Now, as you rest in this receptive state, I want you to imagine that you can feel a subtle, underlying hum, a vibration that has been present since the first moment of creation. This is not a sound you hear with your ears, but a resonance you feel with your entire being. It is the fundamental frequency of the cosmos, and its nature is not stillness, but perpetual, elegant, and purposeful motion. We are about to embark on an exploration of the universe's greatest secret. Everything, without exception, is in a state of spin. Everything is dancing. From this moment forward, I want you to allow your body to sync with this universal rhythm. Feel your own internal cycles, the steady drum of your heartbeat, the gentle tide of your breath, the silent, swirling flow of your blood. These are not separate from the cosmic dance. They are your personal, biological expression of it. You are not a static entity observing a moving universe. You are a participant in the grand ballet. Your very atoms are joining the dance. Look at the fractal now, spinning in the void of your mind's eye. Its infinite complexity, born from a simple, repeating pattern, is a map of reality itself. The branching of your neurons, the delta of a river, the lightning in a storm cloud, the arms of a spiral galaxy. All follow this same spiraling logic. They are all versions of the same cosmic spin, unfolding at different scales and at different speeds. The universe does not know stagnation. It does not know absolute rest. Consider the ground beneath you. It feels solid, unmoving. And yet, at this very moment, you are on a planet spinning at approximately 1,000 miles per hour. You are whirling through space, clinging to the surface of a cosmic carnival ride by the faint, magical force of gravity. You are simultaneously hurtling around our sun at 67,000 miles per hour on a year-long journey that defines the very rhythm of life on Earth. And our entire solar system is itself soaring around the center of our galaxy, the Milky Way, at a breathtaking 514,000 miles per hour, completing a single galactic year once every 230 million years. You are in constant, magnificent motion. You are a traveler on a voyage of unimaginable scale and speed, and yet you feel nothing but a profound, deceptive peace. This is the wisdom we seek tonight. Not the wisdom of stillness, but the wisdom of movement. Not the pursuit of a frozen, permanent state, but the art of flowing gracefully with the eternal, turning currents of existence. We will learn that to resist spin is to resist life itself. That our suffering often comes from trying to nail ourselves to a stationary point in a universe that only knows how to dance. We will journey together through the scales of this spin. We will dive into the quantum realm, where the very particles that constitute your being possess a mysterious intrinsic angular momentum, a spin that defines their very identity. We will explore the planetary dance, the graceful orbits and rotations that give us day and night, summer and winter. We will gaze upon the galaxies, these immense pinwheels of stars, slowly turning in the dark ocean of space. We will see how this same principle of rotation governs the very cycles of life, death, and rebirth, and how it might even shape the flow of time itself. This is not a call to frantic activity. It is an invitation to conscious participation. It is about finding your center within the spin, like the calm eye of a hurricane. It is about understanding that you are both the dancer and the dance. So, as you watch the fractal turn, and as you feel the subtle humming vibration in your bones, let go of the need to be still. Let go of the anxiety that comes from trying to stop the unstoppable. Your thoughts spin. Your emotions spin. Your life spins through its seasons. This is not chaos. This is the beautiful, ordered, and intelligent expression of a universe that is, itself, a single, complex, and glorious rotation. You are not a rock in a river, desperately trying to hold your ground against the current. You are the river itself, and you are the current, and you are the spin of the earth that guides the river's flow. You are all of it. Settle into this truth. Surrender to the motion. The journey into the heart of the spin has begun. The quantum spin. As we leave the macroscopic view of spinning galaxies and planets, we now begin our descent. We are diving inward, down through the scales of reality, to the realm where all motion begins, the quantum domain. We are going to explore the universe within the atom, a place where the very concepts of solidity and location dissolve into a cloud of probability, and where spin is not just a property, but a fundamental aspect of existence. To begin this inward journey, imagine the very air around you, and indeed your own body, beginning to become transparent. The solid forms you perceive are now revealed for what they truly are: vast, mostly empty spaces, buzzing with unimaginable activity. We are shrinking, passing through the molecular networks of your skin down to the atomic level. And here we find our first dancer, the atom. Picture a nucleus, a tiny, dense cluster of protons and neutrons forming the still central point of this microscopic solar system. But this is not a point of stagnation. Even here, at the heart of the atom, the protons and neutrons themselves are composed of even smaller particles, quarks, which possess their own frantic internal dance and a property we call intrinsic angular momentum. This is the most fundamental spin, a built-in twirl that is as inseparable from a quark as its charge or mass. It is a spinning that was born with the universe, a primal rotation that everything has inherited. Now, turn your attention to the space around this nucleus. This is where the true magic happens. This is the domain of the electrons. Forget the image of tiny planets orbiting a sun. The reality is far more strange and beautiful. Electrons do not orbit in neat, predictable paths. They exist in orbitals, which are better imagined as three-dimensional clouds of probability, like the blurred path of a hyperactive bee around a flower. The electron is not in one place, it is everywhere in this cloud at once, a smear of potential existence. Yet, even in this nebulous state, it possesses two kinds of motion. It has a quantum mechanical orbit around the nucleus, and it has its own intrinsic spin. This quantum spin is not like a spinning top. It is a fundamental, immutable property, a type of intrinsic angular momentum that gives the electron a magnetic orientation. Think of it as a tiny quantum compass needle that can only point up or down. This simple binary spin is one of the most important features in the universe. It is the reason why chemistry exists, the rules governing how these spinning electrons can pair up or avoid each other. The chair you sit on, the air you breathe, the neural signals composing this thought, all are structured by the silent, relentless spin of electrons. Now, let's expand our view slightly to the molecules these atoms create. When two or more atoms bond, they do not simply stick together statically. The entire molecule can rotate and vibrate. Imagine a water molecule, H2O, like a tiny, nanoscopic ballet dancer. The two hydrogen atoms can rock and twist around the central oxygen atom. This rotational energy is quantized, meaning the molecule can only spin at certain specific frequencies. When it absorbs or emits energy, it can jump from one rotational state to another. This molecular spinning is how astronomers detect complex molecules in distant nebulae, by the unique signature of light they emit as they twirl in the cold vacuum of space. The very water in your body is, at this molecular level, engaged in a constant, silent, vibrational dance. So, feel this now. As you sit in apparent stillness, your body is a symphony of spin. The quarks in your atoms are spinning. The electrons in your cells are buzzing in their probabilistic clouds, their up or down spins defining the very chemistry of your life. The water molecules hydrating you are rocking and rotating trillions of times per second. You are not a solid statue. You are a shimmering, spinning, vibrant cloud of quantum potential, held in a temporary and beautiful pattern. From this breathtaking perspective, where our very substance is a dynamic whirl of energy, let us turn our gaze to the nature of our own minds and ask our "what if" question. What if our thoughts themselves spun like microscopic pinwheels, scattering their energy into the world? Imagine that a thought is not just an abstract, ethereal event, but a real physical pattern in the neural networks of your brain. It is a cascade of electrochemical signals, a specific constellation of firing neurons. Now, envision each of these neural connections, not as a static wire, but as a tiny, vibrating, spinning structure. The thought itself, then, in this view, is not a stationary thing, but a dynamic, swirling vortex of information and energy. When a thought forms, it is like a microscopic pinwheel beginning to spin. As it gains coherence and strength, the spin becomes faster, more defined. This spinning thought vortex now interacts with the quantum field around it. Just as a spinning electron creates a tiny magnetic field, what if a spinning thought creates a subtle ripple in the fabric of consciousness itself? In this view, a worried thought would be a frantic, wobbly spin, throwing off chaotic, dissonant energy that can disrupt the peaceful spin of other thoughts and feelings. A thought of anger might be a hot, sharp, violent rotation. But a thought of love, or compassion, or creativity, this would be a beautifully balanced, harmonious, and powerful spin. Its rotation would be smooth and radiant, scattering waves of coherent, positive energy out from your mind, influencing not only your own body's quantum field, but potentially interacting with the fields of others and the world around you. This means your thinking is not a closed-loop process. It is an active, creative act of emission. You are not just thinking in your head, you are broadcasting spinning patterns of energy from your head. Every thought is a pebble dropped into the pond of reality, and the ripples are these intricate, spinning waveforms. Therefore, the quality of your spin matters. Cultivating peaceful, focused, and loving thoughts is the practice of creating harmonious rotations within your own being. It is about slowing the frantic wobble of anxiety into the steady, powerful spin of presence. When you meditate, you are not emptying your mind. You are calming the chaotic spins and aligning the vortices of your consciousness into a coherent, luminous whirl. So, as you feel the quintillions of spins within your own atoms, know that your consciousness is the maestro of this microscopic orchestra. You have the ability to influence the spin. You can choose which thoughts to give energy to, which pinwheels to set spinning wildly, and which to let gently slow to a stop. Breathe into this power. With each inhalation, draw in calm, coherent energy. With each exhalation, release any thought that spins with chaos or fear. You are the spinner and the spun, the dancer and the dance, all the way down to the very quantum core of your being. Rest in this vibrant, spinning silence, the planetary dance. As we emerge from the dizzying, probabilistic spin of the quantum world, we arrive at a scale where motion becomes majestic, measurable, and intimately familiar to the rhythms of our own lives. We are entering the realm of planetary motion, the grand, celestial dance that orchestrates our days, our seasons, and the very passage of time as we know it. Let us begin by gently re-anchoring ourselves in our physical form. Feel the weight of your body against the surface beneath you. It feels solid, stable, and utterly still. But this, as we are learning, is the great sensory illusion. You are not still. You are, at this very moment, a passenger on a cosmic vessel of incredible speed and grace, planet Earth. I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you can feel it. Not as a thought, but as a sensation. A deep, humming, vibrational energy rising from the very core of the planet. This is the energy of its spin. The Earth completes one full rotation every 24 hours. But the speed at which you are moving depends on where you are. At the equator, the ground is spinning at approximately 1,670 kilometers per hour. That is faster than the speed of sound. You are currently hurtling through space on a carousel of rock and water, so vast and so smooth in its motion that you perceive only a profound, deceptive peace. Now, expand your awareness beyond the spin to the planet's journey around the Sun. This is our orbit, a year-long, 940 million kilometer elliptical path around our local star. We are traveling at a staggering 107,000 kilometers per hour. Feel this dual motion now, the rapid daily spin and the immense annual arc. This is the cosmic waltz that gives us the fundamental rhythms of our existence. The spin gives us the cycle of day and night, the sun's apparent journey across the sky, the rising and setting that marks the chapters of our daily lives. The orbit, tilted at its graceful 23.5-degree angle, gives us the seasons. It is not the distance from the sun, but this tilt, this leaning into and away from the light as we travel, that brings us the rebirth of spring, the abundance of summer, the release of autumn, and the introspection of winter. Now, let your imagination expand further to encompass our entire solar system. See it not as a static diagram, but as a dynamic, fluid ballet. The Sun, a massive spinning ball of plasma, is the still center of this dance, its gravity, the invisible hand that guides the motions of its family. The planets are the dancers, each moving at its own tempo, in its own unique orbit. Mercury, the swift messenger, completes its frantic year in just 88 Earth days. Jupiter, the giant, takes a stately 12 of our years. And beyond, the ice giants, Uranus and Neptune, trace their slow, cold circles over centuries. We now know of thousands of exoplanets, worlds orbiting other stars. Some, called hot Jupiters, orbit so close to their suns that their years are mere Earth days, locked in a blistering tidal embrace. Others, in habitable zones, trace orbits that could allow for liquid water and, perhaps, life. There are planets with multiple suns, tracing figure-8 orbits in complex gravitational dances. The patterns are endless, a universe filled with countless variations on the same theme, a star and worlds spinning and orbiting in the music of gravity. You are part of this. Your body, your life, is tuned to the rhythm of one specific world in one specific solar system. The 24-hour cycle of your circadian rhythm, the annual cycle of your mood and energy, are written in the language of planetary motion. From this profound understanding of our place in a spinning, orbiting cosmic dance, let us turn our gaze inward to the mysterious realm of sleep and dreams and ask our "what if?" question. What if our dreams also followed the paths of the planets, and every night they began a new orbit? Imagine that your consciousness, as you surrender to sleep, does not simply switch off or drift randomly. Instead, it enters a personal, psychic solar system. Your core self, your essential being, is the sun, the central source of light and energy. And your dreams are the planets. Each night, as you cross the threshold of sleep, a new dream orbit begins. A concern or a hope from your waking life coalesces into a dream planet and begins its elliptical path through the dark space of your unconscious. The gravity of your deepest emotions and memories determines the shape of its orbit. Some dreams are like Mercury, swift, hot, and close to the surface. They are literal, frantic, and burn brightly but briefly, dealing with the immediate events of the day. Others are like Jupiter, massive, slow-moving, and profound. These are the epic dreams that carry archetypal symbols, deep fears, or immense joys. They take longer to complete their orbit, and their influence on your inner solar system is powerful and long-lasting. A nightmare might be a comet on a highly eccentric path, suddenly diving into your inner system from the cold, Oort cloud of your repressed fears, creating chaos before being slingshot back out into the darkness. A lucid dream might be a moment when you, the central sun, become aware of one of your orbiting dream planets and can consciously influence its path and composition. In this view, the function of dreaming is not just memory consolidation or emotional processing. It is the maintenance of your psychic orbital mechanics. It is the process of keeping the planets of your inner world in a stable, harmonious dance, ensuring that no single emotion or memory crashes into another or gets lost in the outer darkness. Each night is a reset, a new karmic orbit where the experiences of your day are placed into their proper celestial paths around the core of who you are. So, as you prepare for sleep tonight, consider setting an intention, not just for what you dream, but for the quality of the orbit. Tonight, may my dreams orbit in peace and harmony. May their paths be smooth, their journeys insightful, and may they always return to the stable center of my being. Feel the connection between the macrocosm and the microcosm. The same physical laws that guide planets around stars are mirrored in the metaphysical laws that guide your dreams around your soul. You are a universe, and you are part of a universe, all governed by the same beautiful, spinning, orbital dance. Breathe in and feel the stability of your central sun. Breathe out and release your dreams to begin their nightly orbits. You are both the dancer and the dance floor, the dreamer and the entire dream cosmos. Rest in this infinite, spinning, orbiting peace, the galactic revolution. From the harmonious dance of our local solar system, we now prepare for our most profound leap in perspective yet. We are leaving the familiar paths of planets and stepping onto the grandest stage of motion in the known universe, the rotation of galaxies. We are moving from the rhythm of years to the stately, majestic cadence of cosmic epochs. Let us begin not with the distant, but with the intimate, our sun. We have felt its warmth, seen its light, but have you ever considered that it, too, is a spinning entity? Our sun is not a static ball of fire. It is a massive, self-gravitating sphere of plasma, and it rotates. However, because it is not a solid body, it spins differentially, faster at its equator, completing a rotation in about 25 days than at its poles in about 35 days. This differential rotation twists and stretches the sun's powerful magnetic field lines, a process that builds up immense energy. This leads to one of the most visible signs of our star's dynamic life, the sunspot cycle. Every 11 years or so, the sun's magnetic activity reaches a peak. The tangled magnetic fields burst through the photosphere, creating cooler, darker regions we see as sunspots. These are like cosmic storms, portals to the sun's ferocious inner dynamics. This cycle, this 11-year heartbeat of magnetic activity, influences space weather throughout our solar system, affecting satellite communications and even the power grids on Earth. The very light that gives us life emanates from a massive, rotating nuclear furnace 93 million miles away. Now we take our final, breathtaking step outward. Let your consciousness expand until our entire solar system becomes a single, faint speck of light. Then another and another until you see it. A vast, swirling pinwheel of billions of stars, a city of suns, our home galaxy, the Milky Way. We are located within one of its spiral arms, about 26,000 light-years from the center. And just as the planets orbit the sun, our sun, and every star you can see is in orbit around the galactic center. This is not a quick journey. Our solar system is currently moving at approximately 514,000 miles per hour on this cosmic circuit. Yet, at this staggering speed, it still takes us about 230 million years to complete a single galactic year, one full orbit around the heart of the Milky Way. The last time our solar system was in this particular position, the dinosaurs were just beginning their reign on Earth. What drives this immense, slow-motion carousel? At the very center of our galaxy, and indeed at the heart of most large galaxies, lies a cosmic engine of almost unimaginable power, a supermassive black hole. For our galaxy, this is Sagittarius. A behemoth it does not suck the galaxy in. Rather, its immense gravity dictates the orbital dance of the stars around it. Around this black hole, in the frenetic inner region, swirls an accretion disk. A maelstrom of superheated gas, dust, and doomed stars, spinning at a significant fraction of the speed of light before crossing the event horizon. This is the ultimate expression of spin, a vortex from which not even light can escape, around which the entire galaxy slowly turns. So, feel this now. You are spinning with the Earth, orbiting with the Sun, and you are revolving on a 230 million year journey around a supermassive black hole at the heart of a spiral galaxy containing hundreds of billions of other stars. Your motion is nested like a set of cosmic Russian dolls within motions of ever-increasing scale and majesty. From this humbling and awe-inspiring vantage point, where our entire lives are a fleeting instant in a single galactic breath, let us turn our contemplation inward to the very essence of our being and ask our what if? Question. What if our souls were also part of a grander celestial dance, one that orchestrated every turn of our lives? Imagine that your individual consciousness, your soul, is not an isolated entity, but a star within a vast spiritual galaxy. This galaxy is the collective of all consciousness, the timeless, spaceless realm of spirit, what some might call the Akashic field, or the anima mundi, the world soul. In this view, the events, relationships, and challenges of your life are not random occurrences. They are the gravitational influences of other soul stars, the pull of spiritual constellations, and the orbital paths you must trace to learn, to grow, and to ultimately understand your place in the cosmic whole. Your life's journey is your soul's unique orbit through this spiritual galaxy. A period of great difficulty and contraction might be your soul passing through a dense spiritual nebula, where the friction of experience forces introspection and transformation. A moment of profound connection or love might be a celestial alignment, a harmonic convergence with another soul star whose gravity perfectly complements your own. The recurring themes in your life, the lessons you seem destined to face again and again, could be the elliptical nature of your orbit, bringing you back to the same spiritual coordinates until you have fully integrated the wisdom they hold. The supermassive black hole at the center of this spiritual galaxy is not a destructive force, but the ultimate source of spiritual gravity. The pull of God, the universe, source, or pure consciousness. It is the silent, central attractor that gives all the soul stars their direction and purpose. Our deepest longing for meaning, for connection to the divine, is the gravitational tug of this central singularity, drawing us ever closer on our long, spiraling orbit home. In this grand dance, free will is not erased. It is the ability to adjust your sail, to use the gravitational slingshots of experience to alter your course, to choose which spiritual currents to ride. But the overall journey, the grand orbital path, is part of a design far vaster than your individual human story. This means that every turning point in your life, every ending that felt like a death, every beginning that felt like a birth, is a necessary maneuver in your soul's celestial navigation. You are exactly where you are meant to be in your orbit. The joy, the pain, the stillness, and the tumult are all part of the music to which your soul is dancing. So, as you feel the immense slow spin of the Milky Way, know that your spirit is engaged in a dance just as vast and just as purposeful. You are not a helpless passenger on a rock hurtling through space. You are a conscious participant in a cosmic ballet that spans the physical and the metaphysical, the temporal and the eternal. Breathe in and feel the pull of your spiritual center. Breathe out and release the need to control the entire orbit. Trust the trajectory. You are a star in the galaxy of souls, tracing a beautiful, unique, and divinely orchestrated path through the cosmos. Rest in the majesty of this dance, the circulation of life. From the galactic scale, we now return. We journey inward, homeward, to the scale where cosmic principles become biological reality, where the same patterns of spin and orbit that govern stars are woven into the very fabric of life itself. We are about to discover that the universe does not merely surround life. It is life and its most fundamental motion. Rotation beats at the heart of every living cell and every planetary system that sustains us. Let us begin with the most intimate rhythm, the one you carry within you. Bring your awareness to your body, to the simple, undeniable cycles that define your existence. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath. This is your personal atmosphere, a tidal flow of air, a constant rhythmic exchange with the world. Inhale, receiving the world. Exhale, returning to the world. Now, bring your awareness to your heartbeat. That steady, persistent drum is the central pump of your personal solar system, circulating the ocean of your blood, delivering nutrients and carrying away waste in an endless, looping flow. These are not mere biological functions, they are the primal rotations of your being. You are a symphony of internal orbits. Now, let us dive deeper, to the microscopic universe within your body. Imagine you can shrink down, past tissues and into a single cell. There, at the very core of your biological identity, lies the DNA double helix. It is not a static ladder. It is a spiral staircase, a twisted, rotating structure that holds the code of your existence. This elegant spiral is a shape echoed throughout the cosmos, in the whirl of a galaxy, the vortex of a draining sink, the curl of a fern. It is the universe's favorite shape for storing and transmitting information. The very process of reading your genetic code involves the unzipping and re-zipping of this spiral, a dynamic, rotational unwinding that is essential to life. Now, witness the miracle of cell division mitosis. See the mitotic spindle, a beautiful, star-like structure that forms inside the cell. Its fibers are like cosmic threads, reaching out and grasping the chromosomes. Then, with exquisite precision, they begin to pull. They rotate and reel in the genetic material, separating it into two identical sets for two new daughter cells. This is not a chaotic tear. It is a graceful, orchestrated rotation, a celestial dance on a microscopic stage. It is the same fundamental process that orchestrates the formation of star systems from spinning clouds of gas and dust. The birth of a cell and the birth of a star follow the same rotational logic. Now, expand your awareness again beyond your body to the planetary systems that make your life possible. Consider the oceanic currents, the Great Ocean Conveyor Belt. This is a planet-sized, slow-motion river within the sea, driven by differences in temperature and salinity. It circulates water, heat, and nutrients around the entire globe, regulating climate and feeding ecosystems. It is the Earth's circulatory system, a massive, rotating flow that has been turning for eons. Similarly, feel the atmospheric vortices, the great weather systems. Hurricanes and cyclones are spinning engines of immense power, drawing energy from warm oceans and releasing it into the atmosphere. These are not destructive monsters, but necessary components of the planet's thermal regulation, vast, rotating cogs in the machine of our climate. You are connected to these grand rotations. The water you drank today was once carried by a deep ocean current. The air you breathe has been spun through countless storms. Your body's internal rhythms are a microcosm of the planet's immense, rotating systems. From this profound understanding that rotation is the fundamental process linking the cellular, the personal, and the planetary, let us turn our contemplation to the most powerful force in the human experience and ask our "what if" question. What if love itself circulated like an eternal cycle, always returning to its source? Imagine that love is not a finite resource to be spent, not a transaction to be balanced, but a fundamental energy of the universe, as real as gravity or light. It is a force that flows in a closed loop, a perpetual cycle of giving and receiving. In this view, the heart is not just a pump for blood, it is a transducer for this energy. It is the central sun of your emotional solar system. When you feel love for someone, a child, a partner, a friend, a pet, you are not sending love out into a void. You are initiating a current. You are setting a particle of this universal love energy into motion, sending it on an orbital path. But here is the beautiful physical law of this emotional universe. Every orbit must eventually return. The love you give does not vanish. It travels, it influences, it connects, and through the invisible, gravitational pull of interconnectedness, it completes its circuit and returns to you, its source. It may return in a different form, as gratitude, as peace, as unexpected help, as a moment of profound beauty. But it must return. The cycle must be complete. This means that withholding love is like damming a river. It creates a stagnant pool within you. And giving love freely, without immediate expectation of return, is an act of profound trust in cosmic physics. The trust that by launching this energy into its rightful orbit, you are ensuring its eventual return, perhaps multiplied, having gathered energy from its journey through the hearts of others. This love is not just for people. It is for the earth, for the ocean, for the sky, for the simple miracle of existence. When you feel a surge of gratitude for a sunset, you are sending love on an orbit. When you care for a plant or feel awe at the complexity of a spider's web, you are participating in this eternal circulation. So, feel this now. With every beat of your heart, you have the choice to pump this energy into the world. With every breath, you can draw it back in. You are both the sun and the planet in this system, constantly giving and constantly receiving, part of a single, flowing, rotating whole that encompasses every cell, every weather pattern, every galaxy, and every heart. Breathe out and offer your love back to the universe. There is no loss. There is only circulation. There is no end to the cycle. There is only the eternal, rotating, and infinitely beautiful dance of connection. Rest in this knowing. You are a vital, spinning part of the living, loving cosmos. The spiral of time. We have journeyed through the spin of atoms, the orbits of planets, the revolutions of galaxies, and the circulating currents of life itself. Now, we arrive at the most elusive and profound dimension of them all, the dimension in which all these rotations are nested. We come to the spiral of time. For time, as we shall see, is not a straight line rushing from birth to death. It is a curve. It is a spiral. It is the path of a cosmic dancer, forever circling forward while always returning, transformed to a familiar point. Let us begin with the cycles we know intimately. The seasons. They do not merely repeat, they spiral. Each spring is a return to warmth and growth, but it is not the same spring as the last. The tree is older. The soil is different. The world has turned another fraction of its galactic orbit. We experience the same cycle of spring's birth, summer's abundance, autumn's release, and winter's rest, but we are never in the same place twice. This is the spiral in nature, a circle that ascends or descends through a third dimension, incorporating the past while moving forward. Now, turn your gaze to the cycles of your own life. Childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and elderhood are not linear stages to be passed through and left behind. They are layers of your being. The wonder of the child still exists within the adult, deepened by experience. The passions of adolescence are integrated, not lost. We spiral through similar lessons throughout our lives. Lessons of trust, of love, of loss, of courage. But each time we encounter them, we do so from a higher vantage point, with more of our accumulated history to inform us. We are not a straight line. We are a deepening, complexifying coil of experience. This brings us to the concept of karmic cycles and historical repetitions. From a spiritual perspective, the law of karma is not a system of punishment and reward, but a law of cause and effect as fundamental as gravity in the physical realm. An action, a thought, an intention is like a stone thrown into the pond of reality. The ripples spread out, and eventually, as the spiral of time curves back upon itself, those ripples return to their source, offering a chance for learning, balance, and integration. History, too, seems to spiral. Societies face similar challenges. The rise and fall of empires, the struggle between freedom and control, the cycles of war and peace. But each time, humanity has the opportunity to learn, to ascend the spiral to a higher level of understanding and organization, or to descend into repetition of old mistakes. Now, let us challenge our very perception of time with the most radical science. Classical physics saw time as a river flowing in one direction. But quantum physics suggests a far more fluid and bizarre reality. At the quantum level, the distinction between past, present, and future may be an illusion. Particles can be entangled across time. Some interpretations suggest that all moments exist simultaneously, and our conscious awareness is like a spotlight moving along the spiral, illuminating one now. In this view, the past is not gone. It is a lower coil of the spiral, still present. The future is not unformed. It is a higher coil, already potentialized, waiting for our consciousness to intersect with it. So, feel this now. Feel your own timeline, not as a straight road fading into mist behind you and darkness ahead, but as a luminous spiral. The you that you were as a child is not lost. It is a turn of the spiral below you. Its experience is woven into the structure of who you are now. The you are becoming is the next turn of the G spiral above you, already connected to your present self by the unbroken curve of your unfolding consciousness. Breathe and feel the spiral. As you inhale, draw the wisdom and energy from all the turns of your spiral below, from every version of you that has ever been. As you exhale, send intention and life forward, co-creating the next turn of your spiral above. The past nourishes the present shapes the future. They are in a constant, dynamic, spiraling relationship. From this understanding of time as a transformative spiral, a curve that eternally unites origin and destination, let us face the greatest apparent ending and ask our final, comforting, what if? What if our death is not an end, but the beginning of a new orbit on a higher plane of existence? Imagine that your life, from birth to death, is one complete turn of a spiral. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But a spiral does not terminate. It continues its motion, ascending or transforming into a new level. In this view, death is the moment you reach the apex of your current coil. It is not a wall, but a threshold. It is the point of release from one plane of rotation to the next. The energy and consciousness that is you, forged and refined through the experiences of your life spiral, does not vanish. It simply ceases to be expressed through the particular physical and energetic matrix of your current body. What happens next? Perhaps your consciousness, your soul, enters a new spiral, a broader, less dense orbit. The lessons of the earthly spiral are integrated, and a new set of lessons, a new cycle of growth, begins on a different vibrational plane. Perhaps you are drawn into a gravitational field of pure light, a realm of review and rest, before choosing the next spiral of learning, the next incarnation, the next great orbit of the soul. This is not a linear progression to some final finish line. It is an eternal dance of the soul through successive spirals of experience, each one offering a different perspective, a different curriculum for the expansion of consciousness. You are not progressing toward an end, but exploring the infinite facets of being. So, the love you cultivated, the wisdom you earned, the kindness you expressed, these are not erased. They are the momentum you carry with you from one spiral to the next. They are the angular velocity of your soul, propelling you into ever more profound and luminous orbits. Therefore, you need not fear the great transition. It is as natural as the moment a seedling breaks through the soil into the sunlight, leaving one world for another. It is simply the next turn of the spiral. As you feel this, any fear of the future, any regret of the past can begin to soften. You are an eternal traveler on a spiral path through the cosmos. Every end is a beginning. Every death is a birth. You are forever cycling, forever learning, forever being remade in the great, spiraling heart of existence. Breathe in and accept the gift of this current turn of the spiral, this precious human life. Breathe out and release all fear of the journey's inevitable, beautiful transformations. You are forever. You are the spiral. Rest in this eternal turning peace, the integration, the one dance. And so, we have reached the final turn of our spiral together. We have journeyed from the frantic, probabilistic spin of the quantum realm through the harmonious orbits of our solar system into the majestic, slow-motion whirl of galaxies, felt the pulse of life's own rotations in our cells and our planet, and finally contemplated the great spiral of time itself. We have traversed the scales of existence, from the infinitesimal to the cosmic. And at every single level, without exception, we have encountered the same fundamental principle: motion. Not random, chaotic motion, but ordered, cyclical, spinning, orbiting, spiraling motion. This is not a coincidence. It is the central truth of our universe. Rotation is not merely something the universe does. It is, in a very real sense, what the universe is. It is the fundamental mechanism of existence. From the spin of a quark that defines the very nature of matter, to the orbit of a planet that creates the conditions for life, to the revolution of a galaxy that provides the cosmic cauldron for forging stars. Every level of reality is built upon and sustained by this eternal dance. Now, as we bring our journey to a close, the final step is not to simply acknowledge this as an interesting scientific fact. The final step is to feel it, to know it in the very core of your being, to understand that you are not a passive observer of this dance. You are one of its most intimate and conscious expressions. Let all the concepts and images from our journey soften now. Let them dissolve from intellectual understanding into a unified somatic sensation. You don't need to hold on to the details. You only need to feel the resonance. Feel the electrons in every atom of your body, buzzing in their quantum clouds, their intrinsic spin, a silent, constant hum of aliveness. This is the most fundamental level of your spin, the quantum bedrock of your physical form. Feel the planet beneath you, a colossal sphere spinning at over 1,000 kilometers per hour, carrying you through the star-dusted void. Your body is anchored to this motion. Your circadian rhythms, your very sense of day and night, are dictated by this grand planetary rotation. Feel the sun's gravitational embrace, the pull that guides your world on its year-long journey around a star that is itself spinning, a local manifestation of the cosmic force that binds all things. Feel your place in the Milky Way, a single star system among hundreds of billions, tracing a 230 million-year arc around a mysterious, supermassive heart. Your entire biological history, the very evolution of your species, has unfolded within a fraction of a single galactic breath. Now, bring it all home. Feel your breath. It is a spiral. It is a rhythm, a cyclical pump that sends life in a continuous, looping flow through the intricate, spiraling pathways of your veins and arteries. It is your personal pulsar, a star of life within you. Feel your thoughts. They are not linear. They arise, they circle, they interact, they form patterns and dissolve like transient weather systems in the sky of your mind, or like stars forming and dying in the nebula of your consciousness. You are all of this simultaneously. You are a walking, breathing, thinking universe in miniature, a perfect confluence of countless nested cycles. The boundary between you and the cosmos is an illusion. You are the cosmos, condensed to a point of conscious awareness. You are a localized expression of the universal spin. This is the great unification. The realization that the same force that spins an electron is the force that turns a galaxy, and it is the very same force that beats your heart. It is all one dance, and you are dancing it. So, as you rest here, at the end of our exploration, I invite you to the deepest surrender yet. Surrender to the motion. Release the last vestiges of the illusion of stillness, of separation, of permanence. You are not a static entity. You are a process. You are a happening. You are a verb, not a noun. Allow yourself to be rocked, to be cradled, to be spun. Let the infinite embrace of rotation hold you. There is no need to grasp, to control, to resist the flow. You are safe within this eternal motion because you are this eternal motion. The same laws that keep the stars in their courses are the laws that keep you in yours. Your life, with all its joys and sorrows, its beginnings and endings, is simply one beautiful, intricate variation on the universal theme of the cycle. There is no true death, only a transformation, a reassignment of energy into a new pattern of spin. There is no true birth, only a focusing of existing eternal energy into a new, temporary form. You have always been, and you will always be, part of this dance. So, rest now. Let go completely. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. You are already perfectly engaged in the most important activity in the universe. You are spinning, you are orbiting, you are being. Breathe, spin, orbit, be. The dance continues with you and through you forever. Sleep now in the peaceful, eternal, and loving arms of the great cosmic whirl. You are home. Good night.